The world thinks they know the story of Lamine Yamal. They have seen the viral photos of a baby Lamine being buzzed by Lionel Messi, and they have watched him destroying Europe's best defenders. The boy was named Lamine Yamal. Complex story of immigration, family hardship, and straight ever reality that mainstream media rarely cover in full detail. This is the true story of how a kid from Spain's most talked about neighborhood considers the football world. To truly understand Lamine Yamal, you have to look past the corporate or public relations of FC Barcelona. You have to understand the real pact behind his name, the quiet sacrifice of grandmother who built a family foundation from nothing, and a faithfully loyal father who refused to leave the traits that shaped his son. Pay close attention to the detail of his childhood. It was a calculated survival strategy. Lamine Yamal's full name is Lamine Yamal Nasroin Ibana. In traditional Arabic naming, his first name will typically match or follow his father's or grandfather's. But his first name is actually a double name, Lamine Yamal. The reason for this dates back to a period of severe financial hardship before he was born. His father, Munir, had immigrated from Morocco and his mother, Sheila, had arrived from Equatorial Guinea. They were young, working-class immigrants struggling deeply to secure stable housing and pay basic expenses in town of Espulus de Llobregat. During the difficult time, two local men from the community stepped in to assist the young couples, providing critical financial support to help them stay on their feet and prepare for the baby's arrival. Overwhelmed with gratitude, Lamine's father made a profound promise. He would name his firstborn son after the two men. The boy was named Lamine Yamal, a permanent tribute to the community solidarity that keeps his family afloat. However, the financial strains took its toll. When Lamine was just 3 years old, his parents separated. For the rest of his childhood, Lamine lived a split life. During the week, he lived with his mother in Granollers, where she worked hard shifts at a local McDonald to support him. On weekends, he took the train to the neighborhood of Rocafonda in Montaro to stay with his father. This consistent shifting between households forced him to become independent at an incredibly young age, while his parents worked tirelessly. Complex story of immigration. In 1990, Fatima made the monumental decision to leave Tanger, Morocco, to find a better life in Spain. She traveled legally with her passport, arriving in the coastal city of Montaro completely on her own. With no safety net, she took on intense, grueling manual labor, cleaning house and working multiple shifts a day. She saved every single euros with one goal in mind. The true anchor of the family was his paternal grandmother Fatima. Family hardship. Among these children was Lamine's father, Munir, who arrived in Spain when he was just a toddler. Fatima settled the family in Rocafonda, a working-class, heavily multicultural neighborhood within Mataro. Because of high unemployment rates, the area was frequently stigmatized by the Spanish media and politicians as a danger ghetto. This environment is exactly why Lamine celebrates every goal by forming the number 304 with his hands. 08304 is a postal code of Rocafonda. For Lamine, flashing these numbers on global television is not just a trend. It's a proud statement to the world that he will never abandon or feel ashamed of the neighborhood his grandmothers built their lives in. Lamine Yamal is known for being quiet, calm, and incredibly composed under pressure. His father, Munir, is completely the opposite. Fierce, expensive, and fiercely protective of his community. In May 2023, right as Lamine was on the verge of breaking into Barcelona's first team, a serious political conflict erupted in Rocafonda. The far-right political party, Vox, known for its strict anti-immigration policies, set up a campaign tent in the middle of the neighborhood square. Seeing this as a direct insult to his family and neighbors, Munir confronted the political official directly. The argument escalated rapidly, leading to a physical altercation. Munir was arrested by national police and later convicted by a Spanish court, receiving a significant financial fine for public disorder. The harsh reality of his father's lifestyle becomes terrifyingly real in August 2024. Following a verbal dispute in a local parking lot, Munir was brutally attacked and stabbed multiple times. He was rushed to the intensive care until in critical condition. He survived the attack by a miracle, but the incident shocked the football world. It proved that despite Lamine signing multi-million-dollar contracts and becomes a global superstar, his family deeply maintains their roots in the raw reality of Rocafonda. They do not hide from their past, and they do not leave their people behind. The final piece of Lamine's true history sites inside a small Arabic bakery in Rocafonda, owned by his uncle Abdul. Years before Lamine ever made his debut for the Spanish national team, Abdul confidently tells them that his young nephew was going to grow up and bring the real therapy back to the street of Mataro. The locals thought it was just an uncle's wild dream. Today, nobody is laughing. Lamine Yamal's journey is a completely real story of a name born from a financial debt, a grandmother's exhausting work ethic, and a family that refuses to forget where they come from. He represents an entire generation of working class kids who fought their way to the top. Let me know in the comments whose real, unfiltered football story you want to see next.